All right, guys, welcome back to another Victoria Events with Caleb Shaw. It is Monday, February 26th. Let's just get right into this stack show. Young lady, so happy to have you back. We appreciate you, but for those that may not have seen you the first time and the second time, please introduce yourself and let them know who you are here with.
All right, I am Linda Palmer. I'm Executive Director for the Gabriel Project of the Crossroads. And I think that's it. That's all three.
Well, that's all the introduction you need.
There you
That
go.
that was perfect.
There you go.
For those that may not know, and they just moved here today and they're not aware of what the Gabriel Project is, what is that and why is it so important in our community?
Well, the Gabriel Project works with women who are experiencing crisis pregnancies. So it's at any stage of their pregnancy. We walk with them while they're pregnant and then a couple of months after their pregnancy to make sure that they have the resources that they need and community links for what they need. And then we also provide basics for them, diapers, wipes, strollers, baby beds, all those bottles, diaper bags, all those things that they would need through generous, very generous donations from the community. We're in 10 counties of the Crossroads, and we've been doing this for about 22 years now.
Goodness gracious. Well, you know, I would probably, with my wife, consider what you had a normal non-crisis pregnancy. And I know we had so many questions and so many things that we thought we were prepared for that we were not. And frankly, I was just kind of shocked they let me take the baby home with us when my wife was done at the hospital. That like, you're just giving us this little thing to take home and you know, no instructions or anything. So I understand the benefit of that guidance and that counseling. How many, you know, on a traditional, you know, maternity home, how many moms do you guys typically have at one time that you help take care of?
All right. Well, the maternity home is the other part of our program.
Oh, see, I'm just jumping ahead. I'm
That's
learning.
okay.
I'm learning.
No,
Talk to me.
The part that I just talked about is our mother-baby program, and those are moms that have safe living environment.
Okay, good.
And
good.
the baby's father may be involved, may not be involved. So that's kind of a fluid thing. Maternity home, those moms do not have a safe environment. Some of them are leaving domestic violence situations. Some of them have just fallen on some hard times and don't have a place to live. So they can come to the home at any stage of their pregnancy and live there.
That's a big deal.
Live there.
Yes,
and we
a safe
provide
place.
everything for them. There is no charge to them. They're usually connected with Medicaid and WIC and those types of services as well. So that helps them. They have their own rooms and they can stay up to about a year after they've had their babies.
Wow, what a gift.
To just get those skills to be independent and maybe hopefully be more successful.
What's a typical maternity home look like? About how many moms roughly are you guys looking at it?
Well, we have over the last year, we have found that the best number for us is about 5 because we do have full-time staff, 24/7. 5 moms is plenty.
Yes, ma'am.
So right now we have all 4 of our moms have had their babies. But in addition to that, we also allow them to bring a toddler with them because sometimes they have babies pretty quickly.
Yes, ma'am.
Through no fault of their own, but they do. So we let them bring those babies with them as well. So right now we actually have 4 infants and 2 toddlers.
Oh, goodness. Well, that keeps everybody's hands full, I'm sure.
Does.
Yes, ma'am.
And
I've got one toddler, and he's all I can handle.
Well, you know, they work or go to school after the babies are 6 weeks old. They work up until the time they're going to have the baby or go to school.
Good.
We just this past few months ago got a van. We didn't have one, so that's something we didn't have last year, and that was through major generosity of the community.
Wonderful.
So now we can transport them, and the babies go to daycare. Moms are learning how to be independent.
How wonderful, how wonderful. And I'm sure that a lot of your success in being able to do this relies on successful fundraisers and events that you guys have in the community. And I know you guys have one coming up this Thursday, as a matter of fact. Tell me a little bit about that. Let's talk about babies. Let's talk about babies. There we go.
It is our 3rd annual, and it is it's our biggest fundraiser of the year. Certainly throughout the year, the generosity is amazing, but this is the time to be able to come together and have an amazing amount of fun. I don't know how you pack that much fun into 3 hours, but we get it done.
Yes, ma'am.
So it kind of started out as purse bingo, but we have expanded. We found that people love the live auction. That's the most fun, usually, because we do have a taco bar and a margarita bar.
Yes, ma'am.
Usually those live auctions are happening a little later in the evening. This year we have some
The
amazing.
margarita bar complements a live auction later.
I'm
Like
saying.
that helps grease the skids, gets
Yes.
everybody nice and loosened up, ready
Yes.
to bid.
Yes, we've been paying attention.
Yes, ma'am.
So this year we've got for the bingo prizes, because that's kind of how this started. It was purse bingo. So we've got some amazing handbags and some. I have there is a genuine leather men's backpack. Oh my goodness! I wish I was a man, and I wish I could ever win at bingo because it's amazing. And
You
then
know,
we
I know
have-
this host of the show that wouldn't mind if you bid on that thing, and then next time you came on, if you wanted to give him that gift, he would probably take it.
Well, I want to tell you what we have one table left, and maybe you should buy
You know,
it. And
that
then
you
could have
took
fun.
that and you spun that expertly right there, and you put me back on my heels. Well done, young lady. That was that was spectacular. But all joking aside, those auctions, they're huge and they're important and they're a lot of fun, and you get to have a ton of fun, but it also goes to a great cause that you're supporting back.
Yes.
And I know through some of these live auctions and different online auctions and stuff that there's some incredible things in there
Yes.
that while we're donating and we're helping, a lot of times you pick up for a fraction of the cost if you went to the store and you tried to buy these things
Yes.
and all of that. And so it's kind of a double win.
And this year we have Astro tickets again on Honda level. Only time is if they're not going to the
Playoffs or
World
whatever?
Series. I
Yes,
think
ma'am.
it's postseason, and then excuse me, they may have some other blackout dates for whatever reasons. We have a cruise thrown in there. We have a couple of weekends for groups with at Port A and one in Seadrift. Just some
Wonderful.
amazing prizes.
Well, what is the best way that people, if they want to go to this thing Thursday, if they want to be a part of it, what is the best way for them to reach out and do that? And then my second part of that question is if for some reason they can't, they're out of town this week, they just can't make it to this, but they still want to support you guys as an organization. How can they do that as well? So first, how do they get to Let's Taco About Babies? If they want to go, if they want to get that last table in a frenzy for that last table, or they just want to support it, what's the best way to do so?
All right, our website is probably the easiest because you can order tickets there, although there's just that one left. But that would be that's VictoriaGabrielProject.org is our website.
Okay.
They could always call our 24/7 hotline because those ladies are coached on how to direct that call, and that is 361-576-1156.
Got it.
Okay.
Outstanding. And so we can reach out there, we can call, we can check out your website, and you need to move, get this one table. You don't want to miss out. And in the future, again, if we wanted to support what you're doing, we can just go through the website, give you guys a call, and let you know, hey, we want to be a part of this awesome thing you're doing in the community.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Well, young lady, we certainly do appreciate it. Life is precious. It
Yes.
should be protected. Thank you for doing so. Is there anything I'm forgetting to tell people before I let you go today?
I don't think so. We always need diapers and we always need baby wipes.
Okay.
If there is nothing else they can do for us, pick up a pack
So
of diapers.
even if we can't make a monetary donation, we can go pick up baby items, stuff
Oh,
like that,
absolutely.
diapers, wipes, all those, and bring those by anytime. Always a need for those.
Yes, and for times you can always call that hotline number and they will tell you where to go and when to do it.
Wonderful. Well, you do an excellent job. Thank you so much, guys. Make sure you support this Thursday, February 29th, Club Westerner, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Let's Taco About Babies. This is the Victoria Gabriel Project. They do a great job. Support them. Check them out. We'll take a quick break for our sponsor, and we'll be right back.
Since 1932, Wallach & Volk has been closing mortgages and doing it the right way. The reason why the Volks opened up a bank at the height of the Great Depression was because the bank needed to be opened at the height of the Great Depression. And it was good for the community at that time. A lot of the banks were going under. In order to keep that community sound and stable, it was something that they did. I think that says something about who Wallach & Volk was 85 years ago. And the only way you get to continue to do it is if you consistently do it great. And we plan on doing this for another 85 years.
All right, guys, we are back. Our next guest hasn't been here before, while her organization has been, if I can get that out. But on that note, young lady, right off my mistakes, if you wouldn't mind, please introduce yourself and let them know who you were here with.
So I'm Alex Torres, and I work with the Victoria County Public Health Department. I am in the Texas Home Visiting Program. We are putting on a program through our Family First Advisory Committee, and it's called our Dr. Seuss Family Literacy event.
So a few things there. You guys, as the county health department, you wear a lot of hats.
We do.
And you do a lot of things. I mean, just all over the place.
There's a lot of amazing apartments.
There is. That building is big, and there's a lot of stuff happening in it.
true.
And everybody works really hard in there. And you fall under, you are helping with the, what was it, Family First Advisory Committee?
Yes, and that is through our Texas Home Visiting Program, which is a home visiting program. And we have two great programs that fall underneath that umbrella. We have our Parents as Teachers program model, and we also have our Family Connects program model. Our Parents as Teachers, they have parent educators that come into the home, do visits twice a month with families ages 0 to 5 with their children. And we bring activities for the families to do together. We engage them in literacy activities and fun stuff to do together. Now, our Family Connects program, it's a nursing program where a registered nurse will come into the home 3 weeks after baby's born and check on mom, check on baby, make sure everything's going great.
Outstanding. That is awesome. And I know you guys, one of your big deals is literacy and the importance of reading and all that. Why is reading so important? You know, I know all the reasons I've been taught. I know how much I enjoy it. But it goes beyond just enjoyment. Reading is beneficial.
It actually is really beneficial. And even though sometimes it might seem silly, you can start reading to baby while baby's in the belly. And it's super important because they get that recognition of your voice. Even if it's just 15 to 30 minutes a day, you can help build your child's vocabulary. You can boost their brain development so much. You just give them a better start. And they get to recognize your voice and have fun. And some people, they're actually engaging in literacy without even knowing it. Reading different labels at the grocery store, reading signs, the McDonald's sign, the Target, Chick-fil-A, those are all literacy activities that you can do with your child.
Yes, ma'am. And that's spectacular because before my son was born, that's one of the things I did like to do. I was like that cheesy dad, always wanted to talk to my wife's stomach, and I wanted him to know my voice. But once he was born, you know, reading at night before he goes to bed, we read the catechisms, we have, different stories and stuff. And we really enjoy reading those with him. But what I found that was cool is after the repetition, before he really knows how to read, he can almost quote the pages of the book as we're going through, and he'll, Dad, no, and he'll turn the page, and the cow did this, and he's not reading it, but it's repetition and that memory, and you're right, the vocabulary, all these things, and it was worked into a way that he enjoyed doing it and having fun with it. And so
I bet doing that with you made a huge impact and a huge difference because he got to build that bond with you. So that's super great.
No, and I'm that cheesy dad that anything I can do to
loud
to do with my little,
everything.
I'm big dad, so we got to go all the way with it. But
very cool.
You guys are taking this on the road. You're joining with the library to help literacy. Tell me about this event that you guys have coming up, Dr. Seuss Family Literacy event this Saturday. Talk to me.
Long title. So we are partnering with the Victoria Public Library, and we're so thankful that they're hosting us. So our Family First Advisory Committee, our goal is always to promote safe and healthy families. And one of those ways that we do that is putting on our literacy event every year. And so what we're going to have is a great time for all the families this Saturday. We're going to have different vendor booths. We have the Junior League joining us. We have our PAT program, DSHS 211, Midcoast, Hope of South Texas. We also have Inc. and VISD Connections. And we're so thankful because they're all going to come and provide literacy activities for families to enjoy together. Now, our goal is to reach parents and families with children ages 0 to 5, but we want the whole family to come and enjoy because, as you know, literacy is about bringing the whole family together and everybody can participate. So that's going to be this Saturday at the Victoria Public Library from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And
I know this is geared towards kids specifically, but you mentioned family. There are a lot of adults that still struggle with literacy and still reading and understanding these things. And go with your kids. Nobody's going to judge you there.
No,
Nobody's,
absolutely not.
Take your kid, but have no fear in walking up and say, hey, I'm 50 years old and I struggle with reading still. Will somebody help me out?
And the library is a great place to go. They're going to have an opportunity to sign up for a library card while they're there, get some more information. There's going to be story time there so they can go in and get silly and have fun with the kids. That's what I used to say whenever I would work with the library is just be silly, have fun. And that makes such an impact on the babies because then they can be silly too and have fun as well.
Well, and they're at that age, they're looking to be inspired. They're looking for inspiration. They want that animation. They want you to participate with them. And I think this is phenomenal. And like we said, it's this Saturday at the Victoria Public Library, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. You guys doing any cool giveaways or anything like that?
We actually are, and I brought one to show everybody. So we are going to give away a fun storybook that you guys can read at home. We're going to give away our benefits of reading. So it's 21 benefits of reading, and you guys can read that together. And a fun a fun bookmark to go with it. So, and like I said, the first 200 children that come, they'll be able to receive a goodie bag.
Outstanding.
Yes.
Now, is there a cost for this thing? What is this going to cost me to bring my kid up here
It
and do
is
this?
absolutely free.
So I have no excuses at all, huh?
No, none. So we're hoping that everybody can come out, have a great time this Saturday. We are looking forward to it. We're super excited. There's going to be a place where you can take pictures and walk through with your family. So there's going to be a lot of great things happening on Saturday.
And our library is beautiful. If you haven't been to our public library, it's beautiful.
Yes.
It's really nice. And I hadn't been to a library since I was like 5 or something, a little kid. I don't even remember the last time I went to a public library. And when I finally walked into ours, I was like, good Lord, like this is a real deal library here. Like this thing is massive. And it had so many different areas and it was very clean and very well kept. And the staff was phenomenal. And so you guys did great partnering with them. Is there anything, we've gone through all the benefits of this. Is there anything that I'm forgetting to go over before I let you go?
No, we just really want everybody to come out and have a great time.
Yes, ma'am. Well, again, this is phenomenal. The Dr. Seuss Family Literacy event, March 2nd, this Saturday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the Victoria Public Library. First 200 kids under 5 will receive a free book.
Yes.
You can't have too many free books for your kid under 5. I know Truman goes through a ton of them and loves them. And so we might just have to make an appearance to snag one of these from you.
There you go.
Thank you. Appreciate it. You did a phenomenal job today. Thank you to David over there.
Yes.
David Gonzalez at the health department, always helping us out. Good guy. Anything else forgetting?
That'll be it.
All right. Guys, we'll take a quick break for our sponsor. We'll be right back with the next guest. All right, guys, we are back. My next guest, you know her, you love her. She does a million things in this community very well, I might add. But just in case you don't, young lady, please introduce yourself and let them know who you are here with today.
Sure. I'm Brenda Talley. I am the Artistic Executive Director of Victoria Ballet Theatre.
And so I just moved here today. I know nothing about this town. What is Victoria Ballet Theatre and why should I know about it and be interested in it?
Sure. Victoria Ballet Theatre is a local civic ballet company. It is made up of dancers from around our community, ages 10 and up. We have been around 40 years. This is our 40th anniversary season. Goodness. We put on 3 shows a year at least. We do a fall show of mixed repertory is what we call it, with lots of different dances, and we bring in choreographers from all over the country to work with our dancers. We put on a Nutcracker every year, a big holiday spectacular, and then we do a spring ballet. And we also have outreach. We work with the Boys and Girls Club of Victoria and Mid-Coast Counseling Services, Mid-Coast Family Counseling Services. And what else do we do? We train dancers.
Do a ton.
Yeah, and we bring in companies on tour into this community as well.
And I like that you said the outreach and the training and dancers and stuff, because I was an ignorant boy for a long time. And when I hear dance and stuff, like I don't know what I thought it was, to be honest with you, because I was a hairy-legged boy and I wasn't doing it. But I thought it was just, hey, they go over there, do a little few twirls, all that kind of stuff. Wrong. Like wrong. We did that episode of Meet Victoria on you guys, and there's so much to this. There's discipline, there's hard work, there's a physical side of it, and it's while it's still fun because it is dancing, it is also work, and you guys do a ton, and your dancers are very dedicated to this, and they put in hours and hours and hours of rehearsing and away from their family and all this to bring these shows to Victoria.
Right.
And so you guys do a phenomenal job, and you've got another one coming up this Saturday, another one of you guys' big, great shows, 40th anniversary. Congratulations on that, by the way. That's phenomenal. So you guys have Swan Lake Act II and Midsummer Night's Dream coming up. Tell me all about them.
Yes, we're really excited. So in 1984, the very first production the Victoria Ballet Theatre did was Swan Lake. They actually built a stage on the pond out at the duck pond. And
no way.
Perform there.
No way, really.
So we honor that tradition by doing Swan Lake every 5 years, or some version or part of it. So this year we're doing Act II of Swan Lake, and we're doing what we call a one-act ballet. It's like a short story. And so the second half of the show will be a Midsummer Night's Dream. For the first time ever, we are performing at Victoria Fine Arts Center, and we will have the Victoria Symphony Orchestra in the pit. Accompanying us. Yeah, we are
that's
so
gonna
excited.
be super cool.
Yes.
Because they are world class too. Like they are phenomenal, and that sounds interesting. So let's pretend, my wife's been trying to get me to go to one of these for every year, and I'm like, no, not for me. Why am I wrong? Tell me why I need to go to this.
You're gonna
why
love
I
it.
need to enjoy
You'll
this.
love it. It's great art. It's great art, and especially things like A Midsummer Night's Dream, which is a Shakespeare story, and Swan Lake, which has been around for hundreds of years. Classical art like that has been around hundreds of years for a reason, and it's because the people can connect to it at every generation. every year. And so you'll find something, and at first you'll see, and you'll be like, oh, there's stereotypes you have in your mind.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? And stereotypes are there for a reason. So you'll see all those familiar stereotypes and tropes, but then you'll get into it, and you'll have the music, and you'll have the live music, which hits a little differently.
I was going to say, live music is different. And when you said you had the orchestra down there in the pit, like that changes things. And it's really phenomenal to me, to where these young men and ladies can tell stories with their dancing. It really is a storytelling thing.
Yeah.
It's like theater with music, you know, and it's the same thing, I guess. But I'm the theater side, but I come and I see these things, and it blows me away, the level of effort and storytelling. And it's so much more than I ever thought it would be.
And that's where the training comes into play. Like these dancers train so hard from a young age, and they work and they have fun. But so that what you see on stage is not the work and the exercise and the muscle, you see the story.
Yes, ma'am.
And so we have some of the best two coming to join us. We have two guest artists from American Ballet Theatre in New York City to join us on stage for Swan Lake as our lead characters. And
that just lifts everybody up. High
yes,
tide raises
it
all
does.
ships.
It totally does.
Yes, ma'am. Now that's spectacular. So this Saturday, is it one show?
One show only.
One show only. Okay. March 2nd, this Saturday, Victoria Fine Arts Center for the first time, like you said.
Yes.
2 p.m. What is the best way? Is this thing already sold out? Am I already
No,
too
there's
late?
tickets. There's tickets.
Okay, I was going to say, I know it gets real close and sells out.
Yeah.
What is the best
If
way
we
for
were
me
at
to
the
get...
Welder Center, we'd be sold out.
Yeah, well,
But
that's why you had to. You're
yeah.
growing. You're getting
Yeah.
bigger. So what is the best way for me to get tickets and make sure I get to enjoy this thing?
Great. Best way to get tickets is either through our website, victoriaballet.org, or to call up the Welder Center ticketing, 570-TKTS. Welder Center is doing our ticketing, but the show is at the Fine Arts Center, which is on Sam Houston. You could also walk up to the Welder Center box office at 214 North Main.
Wonderful. And if I just moved here and I have an 11-year-old that wants to get into dance and all of this, do I bring them by and teach it, or do I have to take other steps first?
Well, there's lots of schools in town to train at. Victoria Ballet Theatre is a company of dancers. They meet weekly to rehearse and prepare for performances. So it's a community company.
So you could point me in the right direction and help me figure it all out.
Studios all over town.
Wonderful.
But the company has auditions in April every year.
Okay.
So follow our social media. We will have auditions for young dancers ages 10 and up.
Good deal. Well, thank you. Is there anything before I let you go that I am forgetting to tell the people?
No, come on out.
Well, you do a phenomenal job.
Thanks.
Thank you. This is Swan Lake, A Midsummer Night's Dream, March 2nd, this Saturday, Victoria Fine Arts Center. They're growing. They need a bigger spot. It's a beautiful place to do it. 40th anniversary.
40th anniversary.
You guys are doing great. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. Thank you to my crew. Guys, we are open for sponsors. If you ever wanted to be a sponsor of the show, now is your time. Jump on in and help us, help the community. We'll see you at the next one. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, like and follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. And if you want to be featured on one of our shows or be one of our amazing sponsors, check out our website at meetvictoria.org. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you at the next one.